don't apply for Tata Technologies IPO. All the retailers out there don't do it because you might not get it. So I'll give you a very good example of me personally. I've been, hearing the Tata Technologies news from a long time, and people around me, are speaking about it every day, and they are just talking about this. And we all know that in stock market, when the newspaper or the media, the retailers are talking about something and something about a news, uh, they are the last one who get the news. So to all the retailers, you might not get it because everyone is talking about the same thing. So it's not worth applying. So there is an another IPO which not everyone is aware of it, and the valuation of the IPO is very good, and they are offering at a very attractive price, and the company's fundamentals are good. So you might get listing gains, and the fundamental of the you can also uh, hold the stock for a long time, for a long period of time. So the company which I am talking about is Gandhar Oil Refinery India Limited. So welcome back to the channel, guys. This is Abhishek Chaudhary, and if you are new to the channel, please hit that red button, break that button. The channel should be subscribed. So first, make few things clear. This is not an SME IPO. This is a regular IPO. The company has a revenue of 4,000 crores. So this is, the company is not an SME. It's a good large company. It has good 4,000 crores of revenue and good earnings before tax of 300-400 crores. And so let's get into the PPT. And you can find the PPT link in the description. You can use this PPT for your reference. And what Gandhar Oil does is they are the manufacturer of white oil, which is used in personal care products. And they are used in ointments, hair oils, and all the personal care products are made from this white oil. The company manufactures this white oil, which is a derivative of crude oil. So they have this crude oil and they refine it, and they take out this white oil which is used in personal care. As you can see, the this is the warehouse of the company where they have all this white oil which is used in the personal care products. They manufacture this white oil. And one more thing I would like to highlight is, in the IPO, the company is trying to raise 300 crores of money through shares, which will be used for working capital management, and 200 crores of other money would be used for all the investors who would like to you know exit from the company. As you know that IPOs are used by investors to sell their some part of their holdings, to exit their holdings, and this 300 crores is completely used for working capital management, and 200 crores of shares is used um, by the investors to exit the holdings. And these are the financial numbers what the company has achieved uh, in the red herring prospectus. What they have published is 41% is the ROC, return on capital employed, which is very attractive, very mind blowing, as 41% is very good number. And return on equity is 32.2%, what their investors have received. As you know that the 32% of equity is the return what they have achieved, and 35% is the percent increase in the revenue from this financial year. From financial year 21 to 23 is the revenue increased, which is good. And EBITDA increase is 51%. And um, the good point what makes this IPO very attractive, what a retailer should identify, is the point PE ratio multiple, which is 7.7. This it's a very low P ratio, very attractive price compared to its peer. peer comparison is very important when you are understanding a company's fundamentals. You should compare it with peers. That's what we do when we want to understand something, is we compare it with something else. So comparison with peers, which is upper industry, which is the market leader in this oil, is their P multiple is 28.7%, and with other peers you could see the 13.5%, 11.7%, and their offering is 7.7%. So the listing gain is perfectly eligible. Like they would definitely, there would be a listing gains. And if you look at the gray market price today, on 21st, the gray market price, the IPO would you know start tomorrow, which is 22. Today the gray market price is 40% gains. That is the gray market price right now. And the capacity of the manufacturing capacities of the company is 287 kiloliters of the white oil which they are producing in India. The capacity is 287,000 kiloliters, and 235,000 in UAE. This is their capacity of production. And we have discussed all the good points of the IPO, like the return on ROC is very good, CAGR percentage is also good, revenue has increased, multiple is very attractive to purchase, and what are the risks involved in this IPO. So the one of the major risks what they have mentioned is the raw material which they get to produce this white oil is they get from South Korea and the Gulf Corporation Council. South Korea and Gulf Corporation Council are the countries which they get the raw material from, and 70% of their cost goes into this raw material cost. So any interruption and any delays in the raw material which they get would directly affect the company. Um, it would directly affect them and could make a huge impact in this. So this is one of the reason what they have mentioned. And the IPO looks very good, so it's all up to you to apply for it or not. If you compare it with Tata Tech, there's no comparison. Tata Tech is big giant, and but you are getting the this IPO Gandhar Oil at a very attractive price, and you could exit at a listing gains. And if you see the multiple, yeah, it would obviously the multiple would definitely go to this competitors level, so you could make a good hold it for some time and sell the IPO. So as we have talked about the entry barriers, you can see the long approval cycle in a barrier to enter the manufacturing of white oil, which also helps in establishing long-term relationship and customer relation. So this is not a industry everyone can get into. So it requires customer relationship and clients which you would supply to this personal products, and this white oil you would supply to this personal product. So you need this relationship, and the company has lowest long term inventory days among its peers. This is a very uh, good point what it differentiate from its competitors. So these are the entry barriers. And you can follow me on these social media platforms, LinkedIn, where I post regular content, and subscribe to the channel. You could also follow me on Instagram, and this is my personal place. So thank you for watching, guys.